Welcome to Warn. Today DRDO chairman told to media Nirbhay failed due to use of recycled material. The fourth test of Nirbhay, the long-range subsonic cruise missile that is designed and developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, failed on December 21 last year because of use of faulty material, said Chairman of the DRDO and Secretary of Department of Defense R&Ds Chirstopher here on Saturday. Speaking to the Hindu after inaugurating a workshop on indigenous lithium-ion batteries for special applications, hosted by the Naval Science and Technological Laboratories, NSTL, the DRDO chief said, the fourth test of the missile took place from the Launch Complex 3 of Integrated Test Range, ITR, at Balasore in Odisha, and after lift-off the missile developed snags over one of its wings, started to bank on one side and veered dangerously. We had to activate the self-destruct mechanism to kill it mid-air. On investigation, it was found out that the vendor who manufactured it used recycled material for one of the key components that operates the wings of the missile, and that was the reason why it failed. The strength of the recycled material was not sufficient to operate the parameters. Though the vendor followed all specifications, the use of recycled material was not disclosed. But, according to Dr. Chirstopher, the same vendor had been told to produce another one free of cost under the same specifications but without any shortcuts. Everything was right in the missile, only this faulty material caused the failure. But now it will be ready by July end or August and we shall go for the fifth test, he said. Nirbhay is an all-weather, low-cost, long-range subsonic cruise missile capable of carrying both conventional and nuclear warheads and is considered to be a strategic weapon. Roadmap. Pronouncing the roadmap, Dr. Chirstopher said once the test was successful they would identify the production partner whom they referred to as strategic partner and would go for further variations. It is a guided missile and right now there is no problem with the path in the higher altitude. But there are some glitches in the lower altitude and we will be working on the seekers for pinpoint accuracy. The missile should be ready by next 2 to 3 years, he said. According to him, the DRDO is working on the strategic partner model who would have stake in the production. This will make the agency responsible and we will get rid of the tendering process for every small thing. There may be multiple indigenous strategic partners for each of our weapon and defense systems, he pointed out. On the naval variant of Tejas Mark II, light combat aircraft, Dr. Chirstopher said the prototype was ready and had fulfilled the parameters of ski jump on board aircraft carriers. But the Navy had been insisting on twin engines and they were working on the power of the engines. We are also looking for strategic partners and the partner may be a foreign firm that would provide back-end support, he said. The DRDO chief sounded very enthusiastic about the indigenously built AWACS, Airborne Early Warning and Control System. We have already inducted one indigenously built system and it is flying from India. In total, they intended to induct 15 AWACS and of them 5 would be from Israel and the remaining indigenous ones. Of the indigenous ones, 2 would be smaller ones mounted on Brazilian Embraer 145 jets and the remaining would be on Airbus 330. We have already received the order for 6 from the Indian Air Force and the negotiations with Airbus is in the final stages. The indigenous ones will have all the features of the Israeli make so that there may not be 2 teams operating on 2 different makes, said Dr. Chirstopher. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this news. Please share your views in comment box. Please like and share this video. Press subscribe button and bell for auto update to you regarding my channel World Action and Reaction News, Warn.